What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Drew from Druskii Hot Takes. And today we about to go down to Miami. A Miami teen is sentenced to prison for a 2023 murder of his best friend. Yo, I'll never understand why teenagers are out here carrying guns. I'll never get it. But without me talking any further, let's roll into the video.
Emotional moments in court after a Miami Gardens man is sentenced in the shooting death of his best friend.
By the way, this is a live reaction. I have not watched this video. And if that's his best friend, man, he's young. If I had to go by presentation, he looks like he's no more than 12 or 13. It breaks my heart to see this type of stuff every day on the news. It breaks my heart. Another one gone too soon that didn't reach his potential. But I can't stress enough, man, you can rise above your situations. You can rise above your situations. I can't stress it enough. You can rise above. Listen, you can come from a good home and still have something tragic happen to you. I'm telling you from what I know from experience, through the power of God, you can find a way out.
Whose mother present as her son's killer learned his fate.
I know broken. I will never be the same. He still get to see his mama. He still get to see his family. We got to go to a graveyard.
Condolences to the family.
They were both 16 then, playing video games, when one of them pulled out a gun and fired at his friend. Good evening, I'm Jim Barry.
And
Yo, why are you carrying a gun at 16? This is wild. This is wild. When I was 16, well, none of my friends thinking about carrying no gun. I didn't even know where to get a gun. But that was over 20 years ago. And it just goes to show how times have changed. That as parents, as guardians, as mentors, we have to be more vigilant. We have to understand that children are sponges. Even as teenagers, they're sponges. So if you can intervene and stop them from making bad decisions that are going to ruin their life, do it, especially if you're a Christian.
Pastrana, CBS News Miami's Peter Dench is your reporter in downtown Miami. He joins us live with reaction from both sides. Peter?
Lauren and Jim, we can tell you the sentence in this case was not as stiff as loved ones of the victim had hoped for. It was 8 years in prison, followed by 8 years for probation. Now, the victim's mother wept in court.
Yeah.
I know broken. I will never be the
Yo, he got off light, yo. 8 years? So if he's 16, I'm assuming, well, we just going to take off the 2 years. And most likely they'll probably give him time served. So he'll be out when he turns 24. 25. Yo, this is wild. 8 years. Especially for Florida, because Florida don't hold back on giving no time to nobody. Florida don't hold back on giving time to nobody. So the fact that he got 8 years, that's a blessing already.
Surrounded by her loved ones in a Miami courtroom.
Yeah, it breaks my heart to see her crying.
About the loss of her 16-year-old son, Savion Littles.
Man, he got a baby face. He only looks 16.
He still get to see his mama. He still get to see his family. We got to go to a graveyard.
She also speaks about her son's best friend, 19-year-old Azel Canty, who had pleaded guilty to manslaughter. Canty pointed a gun at Littles at a home and pulled the trigger on Mother's Day weekend in May of 2023. Taylor had told us how proud she was of her son, who had transferred from Miramar High School to American High School to play football.
For somebody to take his life at the age of 16, he ain't gonna be able to make it to prom. I ain't gonna be able to see him graduate. I'm empty.
In court, Canty apologized.
Yo, man, my heart breaks for the mom. Seriously. But if we profiling, definitely the usual suspect. I'm not one that likes to profile out loud, but I ain't gonna hold you. If I saw you in the street, I'm going the other way. That's all I'm gonna say about it. If I saw you in the street, I'm going the other way. And, I know a lot of people feel different ways about profiling, but listen, people profile all the time, man. We just gonna keep it real here. People profile of all race, colors, nationalities. People profile. And guess what? Whether you want to say it or admit it or not, profiling keeps you safe. I'd rather profile and be wrong than not profile and not be here. Y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all would do. Because if you look at the news today, it's like the Wild Wild West. Somebody's either getting robbed or shot or something is happening every day. Every day. So as a community, regardless of where you at, man, we just got to do better, y'all. And parents, please, we have to stop assuming that these kids can raise themselves. The problem with this generation of parents is that they leave the kids out in the wind to fend for themselves. And guess what? They turn into YNs. They turn into menace to societies. They're terrorizing people at school. They terrorizing the teachers. They disrespecting you, threatening your life. Listen, if early on you know you don't want the child, there are lots of families out there that are unable to have children, that are willing to open their home and take them in. If you don't want them, just release them. Listen, it's not fair to everybody else. It's not fair to the community that you bring a child into the world and you allow them to terrorize you and everybody around you or anybody that they come in contact with. It's just not fair.
Eyes to Little's family.
I just want y'all to know that I'm sorry. When I was trying to make it come down, my Lord King.
So respectfully, a parent or family that has lost a child or a loved one, they're not trying to hear that. But since I'm removed from the situation, man, I pray that you do find forgiveness and that you do turn your life around and that you use your story to stop other people from going down the same path. I pray you do that. I pray you do that because even though this is a tragedy, God could still use your story to stop somebody else.
Christina Miranda said Canty was reckless and sentenced him to 8 years in prison, followed by 8 years probation.
Unfortunately for Mr. Canty, there is nothing he can do. That's
8 years probation? So that means he won't technically be free until he's 32.
change that day or bring him back. Except learn a lesson.
We spoke with Canty's mother.
Hopefully he learned from his mistakes. We love Savion. We never going to stop loving Savion.
I'm going to reserve my comments, man. I'm going to keep it PG-13 because I got other stuff going on outside of YouTube. When we go back to profiling, I'm going to just say usual suspects. Usual suspects, y'all. Y'all, this ain't me. Just look at the picture. If you in your community, anywhere, and you see this mother, I want you to drop down in the comments what's the first thing that comes to your mind. At the age I am now, for my piece, I do not entertain people of a certain stature, and that's how I'm going to put it. I do not entertain people of a certain stature because the times that I have given grace. Listen, I'm speaking from experience. The times that I have given grace and gone against my discernment, I was in a situation that I wasn't even trying to be in. If you fit the description, man, I'm moving on. That's all I'm gonna say about it. If you fit the description, I'm moving on. Listen, we got to chill out here, man. The culture is bad, y'all. The culture is bad. There's no way he should be getting ready to go to prison and spend most of his 20s in prison for killing his best friend. We got to do better, y'all.
He just like us. So instead of me losing one, I lost two. One through death, and my other one is in jail now.
He meant everything to our family. Savion was our life, and he's going to be missed. Every day I think about him. He was my first grandson.
Now, Canty's attorney told me he was satisfied with what happened in court. We also spoke with Savion's grandmother about the sentence. We'll have her reaction coming up in just 1 hour at 6.
Yo, this is sad, y'all. We as a community have to do better. What happened to it takes a village to raise a child? You know, when I was coming up, man, you were actually raised as a village. And when I think about all the people I grew up with, we may not be all in the same place, but none of us are in prison. None of us are committing crimes. None of us are out here hurting people. We're all civilized people out in the world based on the community and the village that was around us that helped raise us. Yeah, man, we got to do better. Man, people too sensitive these days. And you can't tell them nothing, but guess what? They want all the sympathy when their child go to prison. But if you made it to the end of this video, hit the like button, subscribe, drop a comment, and man, you have a blessed day. I'm out.